Hello everyone. Today I am going to describe about the Parliament of India through this slideshow. At first I am going to the first slide, that is the Parliament of India. From this slide you can know everything about the Parliament of India, and so this slide is very important. If you want, you can take a screenshot. Besides, I will also read it and you can take help from this slide. The Parliament of India is the supreme legislative body of the Republic of India. It is a bicameral legislature composed of the President of India and the two houses, the Rajya Sabha or a Council of States, and the Lok Sabha, the House of the People. The President, in his role as head of the legislature, has full powers to summon and prorogue either House of Parliament or to dissolve Lok Sabha. The President can exercise these powers only upon the advice of the Prime Minister and the Union Council of Ministers. If you have any problem in understanding this, you can send me a message by WhatsApp. I will really answer to your questions. Those elected or nominated by the President to either House of Parliament are referred to as Members of Parliament. The Members of Parliament, Lok Sabha, are directly elected by the Indian public voting in single-member districts, and the Members of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, are elected by the members of all state legislative assembly by proportional representation. The Parliament has a sanctioned strength of 543 in Lok Sabha and 245 in Rajya Sabha, including the 12 nominees from the expertise of different fields of science, culture, art and history. The Parliament meets at Sansad Bhavan in New Delhi. Now this slide is over. As I told, you can take a screenshot from this slide, and I am assuring you, and it will really help you in your study of the civics chapter. Now I am coming to the next slide, which is Introduction to Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is the lower house of India's bicameral parliament. It is also known as the House of the People. It is told as the members of the Lok Sabha are elected by the adult universal suffrage. The house meets in the Lok Sabha chambers of the Sansad Bhavan in New Delhi. The picture of the Lok Sabha you can see from this slide. This is really beautiful. Now I am going to the next slide, which is written Composition of the Lok Sabha. Here in the picture you can see a summary of the composition, besides which I have written the points which will really help you in the study of the chapter. The first point is the maximum strength of the Lok Sabha envisaged by the Constitution of India is 552. This is a very important information. You should note it down in your copies. It consists of 20 members to represent the Indian territories and not more than 2 members of the Anglo-Indian community. The members are nominated by the President of India. Under the current laws, the strength of the Lok Sabha is 545, including the seats reserved for members of the Anglo-Indian community. Now this slide is also over. This picture is very important. Your concept about the composition of the Lok Sabha will be clear if you study this picture very well. Now I am going to the next slide, which is the term of the Lok Sabha. This is also an important topic which you should understand and then remember. The first point is the Lok Sabha, unless sooner dissolved, continues to operate for 5 years from the date appointed for its first meeting and the expiration of the period of 5 years. The next point is, while a proclamation of emergency is in operation, the period of 5 years of the Lok Sabha may be extended by Parliament by law for a period of 1 year. The next point is, an exercise to redraw Lok Sabha's constituencies boundaries has been carried out by the Delimitation Commission based on the Indian Census of 2001. Now, the next slide, which is functions of the Lok Sabha. This slide is very important. The Lok Sabha can pass bills concerning all those subjects which have been included in the Union list and the concurrent list. A non-money bill can be initiated in the Lok Sabha. If the bill is passed by the majority of the total members of the Lok Sabha is concerned in a joint session, it is deemed to have been passed by both the houses of the Parliament. The next 2 topics is very easy. You can easily remember, so I am not reading it. Now I am going to the next slide. which is Introduction to Rajya Sabha. Now the Lok Sabha part is over. If you have any problem, you can write in WhatsApp by me to me. Now I am going to the next slide, which is Introduction to Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha, or the Council of States, is the upper house of the Parliament of India. The membership is limited to 250 members, 12 of whom are nominated by the President of India for their contributions to art, literature, science and social services. The remainder of the body is elected by the state and territorial legislatures. There is no reservation of seats in Rajya Sabha. Now I am coming to the main part, which is the composition of the Rajya Sabha. The first point is the Rajya Sabha consists of 250 members, out of whom 12 members are nominated by the President. The next 2 points are very easy, which you can understand very well, so I am not reading it. Now the functions of the Rajya Sabha, which you can easily understand from the picture given, no need to explain it. Now I am coming to the differences between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. These points are very important, you can note it down. I am not reading it, as these are also very easy. These are all the sum ups of the which I told before. Now thank you to everyone for listening to my lecture attentively. Thank you so much.